Are you too scared to make pasta at home? Look no further, because I've got the best trick in the entire world for you. Welcome to Cool Beans TV. My name is Jared. I've got a cool episode for you today. I'm so surprised with how many people have actually never made their own pasta at home. Very surprised. Now, I've done it 1,000 times and I've found the best tip out of any tips you can ever hear, because I've seen so many recipes where it'll say 1 egg to 100 grams of flour, which is great, but there's a lot of different size eggs. So for me, that doesn't really make sense. Unless you're experienced in pasta making, it'll make sense and you can kind of judge that way. But for the inexperienced home cook, that won't make sense to them. So I'm here to make your life much easier. Let's get into this. Basically, it's all about a simple ratio, 1 to 1.64. And by that, I mean your weight of your egg to the weight of your flour. So I'll show you. All right, so basically, my rule of thumb is a large egg per person. So I'm actually gonna start off with my egg first. I'm gonna weigh out my eggs. So here's my bowl. Now I'm working in grams here. Got 2 eggs here. Now watch and learn. There's 1 egg. And there's 2 eggs. Those 2 eggs weigh a total of 90 grams. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take 90 times 1.64. So that now is going to be my weight of my flour. It's that simple, and then you should have the perfect consistency for pasta dough. So 147, call it 148 grams of flour. Now keep in mind, I'm using cake flour here, or all-purpose flour. I know the best thing to do is use 00 flour. I thought I had, but I didn't, but that's okay because cake flour still works nicely. So now, I'm going to mix this up. You can weigh this separately, but I'm just going to do it in the same bowl. All right, we're looking for 148. 148 grams. Brilliant stuff. Now we've got 148 grams. Now that is it. I'm not going to add anything else. I'm going to start mixing this. Now please trust this process, because I'm going to start mixing this. Don't add any liquid. Don't add any more flour. If it looks too dry, trust the process. Now I like to use a fork in the beginning of my mixing to get it all going, and then once it's kind of all mixed together nicely, then I'll move on to my hands. It reduces the mess on your hands. There we go, now I'm just going to move to the table. I promise you when I say that learning this ratio changed my life, literally. I've never looked at making pasta the same. And I always say to the people that are too scared to make pasta at home, just use this ratio and trust it. Those eggs were actually pretty small, so maybe for 2 people I could have gone with another egg, but it's okay because my dough is still going to be beautiful. See, I'm scraping up everything. There's no excess flour, anything left on the counter. I'm going to knead this out. See, I've only been kneading this for probably maybe a minute, less than a minute. You can see how nicely it's already coming together. So basically I'm going to knead this for another 5, maybe 10 minutes, and then I'll let you guys see what it looks like. Alright, so it's been close to 10 minutes now of kneading, and the dough's come together very nicely. It's kind of what you want, nice and smooth. I'll show you here. It's coming back very easily. It's ready. That dough is ready to go. So now that is it. That's how simple it is. That is how easy it is. I've made a dough in 10 minutes. That is it. Now what you're going to do after this, you're going to cover it, you're going to cling wrap it, whatever you need. You don't want it to dry out, and then you're going to rest it for about an hour or 2 hours, right? And that's going to make it much easier for you to work with when you're rolling out your pasta. Now you either have a pasta roller or you don't. Then you're gonna have to use a rolling pin. I sometimes like to keep it old school, use a rolling pin, there's nothing wrong with that. But that is basically how you make the perfect pasta dough. So I hope you've learned something new. Please consider liking and subscribing if you did learn something new. Because I think this is honestly, in all my years of chefing, this is one of the most important tips I've ever learned in my entire life, because I love fucking pasta so much. I fucking love it. Who doesn't like pasta? Let's be honest. You're a fucking psychopath if you don't like pasta. So you will make homemade pasta soon, and you will comment and say, I made this shit, it was fucking amazing, so thank you. So there we go. Rest it for an hour or 2, roll it out. There you have it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.